but I'm lucky enough now to share the camera and the screen with Kendal Haynie. He's one of our group members here within BSN. He's got a whole lot more in store that he's doing that I can't wait to share with you. All right, I'd like to now introduce you to Kendal so you can hear from him a little bit about him, his business, and a little bit about his personal life as well. Kendal, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on here. I'm excited to be on here. This is one of my first lives in the group, so this is exciting for me. It's something I've been wanting to do. But we're doing good. It's Friday. It's 2 Fridays away from our GolfNet group, so I'm excited about that. We'll talk more about that later. How are you doing today, Matty?
You know what? I can't wait 2 weeks as well for our GolfNet. I really enjoy that. That has become a absolute must attend on my calendar. So if you're a golfer, get out there. But I know you also do other events as well. But yes, sure. Absolutely on my calendar.
Absolutely. Cool.
So tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from?
So hello, everybody. I am Kendal Haynie, and I've been in the Vegas area for, since about 1994 now. So I've been here longer probably than most people have that are living in Vegas. I've seen Vegas change throughout the years, quite a bit actually. I was actually born in Portland, Oregon, lived there for the first 6 years of my life, moved down here, actually moved to Vegas on my 6th birthday, had my birthday cake in the car and everything. So that was a nice. Exciting or traumatizing experience, to say the least. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, I've been out here ever since, and you know, I've been able to build a lot of friendships out here. I went to high school out here. I've built my business out here. It's just Vegas is home. You know what I mean? I'm not originally from here, born and raised, but it's home. So
I feel the same way. I haven't been here as long. I got here in 2005, but I agree with you. I think it's just a small, warm town once you peel back that world-class city. So I absolutely agree. You talked a little bit about business. Talk to us about your business. You said you came here from Portland, you went to school, and then you started business. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I own a multi-line insurance agency out here. It is underneath the American Family Insurance brand. I don't know if you're aware of American Family Insurance. They're primarily based out of the Midwest. They're headquartered out of Madison, Wisconsin. But we've got about 30 to 40 agents out here in the Las Vegas Valley, and then even more so throughout the state of Nevada as well. So I own an agency out here. We are primarily focused on specific types of insurance, but we can do all types of insurance. I can do everything except for health insurance is the only type of insurance that I don't do. And I choose to not do the health insurance part of it. Not that I can't do it. I am licensed for health insurance, but I choose not to do it. And I actually broker that out to some referral partners that I have. So just to help build relationships throughout the valley. But yeah, I mean, we do everything from your simple auto, home policies, motorcycle policies, all the way up to your business policies for your business to make sure your business is taken care of, life policies, which is probably the most important thing you can probably have in your life. And I can do pet insurance. I can do all types of different policies. So you name it, I can find a home for it. That's what we do here. So
absolutely, that's. You know, any client can come in and just say, hey, these are my needs. This is what I need to protect. And you can go ahead and evaluate, consult with them, and figure out the best options for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Correct? Not only just with American Family, Matty, I have the option of, I have a full service brokerage department as well. So if there is something that, you know, is maybe more of a unique type of risk or something like that, I have the option of going to my brokerage department and going to different carriers to see if someone's willing to take something on. And you know, the great thing about my brokerage department is the one thing they always tell us is there is always a carrier that will take something. There's nothing out there that they can't find a home for. So then you get me as the agent, the servicing agent. Yeah, absolutely. So then you get me as a servicing agent. I'm the middleman. I'm still the go-to guy when you have questions or needs, and we get you all taken care of.
You got it. That's awesome. Let me ask you a final question about your business. What's your future look like? Either with your business or, you know, I know when I want to retire in Cancun. I think that's a great goal that I have on my board. What does that look like for you?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that because I don't get that question asked a lot, and I feel like I do have a lot of aspirations. So, what I'd like to eventually do is build this thing out, maybe have multiple locations in multiple different states, and my exit strategy would definitely be to exit, excuse me, exit the agency at some point, but not just get rid of the agency. This is something that I've spent a lot of years building right now, and it's something that I want to potentially pass down to one of my children if they're interested in doing it. I don't want to force them to do insurance, but if they're interested, I want to pass it down or leave it to someone, keep the Kendal Haynie legacy going on. Now, Cancun sounds great. I've been to Cancun. I went there for my honeymoon. It's a great place.
Absolutely, right.
But I can see myself, whenever that time comes, I can see myself sitting on my beach house that I bought with, just laying out on the beach, reading a book, maybe hitting the golf course probably four times a week, just living the good life, right?
That doesn't sound half bad, man. I will buy one of those tickets any day of the week, my friend. I'm telling you. So let me ask you, insurance. How did you choose that career path? What started you off on insurance?
So this story is actually a funny story. To be honest with you, I never really had very much interest in going into insurance before I went into insurance. When I met my wife and I both worked at a college out here in Las Vegas. We were in different departments, but she was in one department, I was in one. We met, hit things off, started dating, doing the whole nine, and we both ended up getting laid off from that college on the same day. That college got into some trouble with some different things and had to do mass layoffs. So we both ended up getting laid off on the same day. So what happened is my wife ended up getting a job with the state of Nevada in their welfare division. And my wife had our daughter from, she has a daughter from a previous relationship. And so what I did is I stayed home and I played dad for probably 6 months or so. And I value that. I wasn't working at the time, but I really value that time because that really gave me a chance to spend some time with our daughter Noelle and really build that bond with her. She's very small. She was like 1 at the time. So we were able to build that relationship.
What year is this? What year is this?
This is let's see, what year was this? This was 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, 2014. It was the beginning of 2014. So so I was able to spend some time and really build a relationship with my daughter, which I am so thankful for. And then I was searching for jobs online on Indeed, and this insurance sales job came about. And I've been in sales before. I've been in retail sales. I've been in all types of sales. So I thought, hey, maybe I'll try this. Insurance sounds interesting because I didn't know much about it at the time. And I was like, I'll try this and see. So I applied on Indeed, and from there I got my first interview with the area director out here, and we set up an interview. We went through the interview. The interview went very well. I ended up, long story short, I ended up doing 5 interviews with this area director for American Family before they actually hired me.
Wow.
And what I didn't know is the position that I actually applied for was what they call an agent in training, or AIT is what they called it.
Okay.
And essentially what it is it was a temporary position. It was a 2-year position, corporate American Family, training to be an agent, training to open up your own office, and in 2 years you're supposed to be ready to just open up your own place. So I did that, and then
an accelerated program just to get you right, an entrepreneur business owner to open up your own shop right away.
Right, exactly. So it was a cool position. It was really cool because I got to learn a lot. So I got to be in different agents' offices, and I was in a large agent's office. I was in a small agent's office, a medium agent's office. So I got to see a lot of the differences that happen in different insurance agents' offices, even though they're both, or all of them are with American Family. They're all with the same company, right? But just how they operate and stuff. And that's where I was really able to learn a lot about insurance. And I think that is where I developed my passion for insurance, was seeing that, learning about it, and saying, hey, we're really doing a service out here. We're really helping people. And this is good. You know, this makes me feel good when I help somebody, you know, with life insurance or even with their home or auto insurance, you know, making sure they're covered correctly. Maybe we find a gap in their policy that they currently have and we're able to fix that. You know, I can lay my head down at night and feel good about that kind of stuff. So that good feeling that I got from doing that, I think just fueled my passion for this. And then, so that was back in 2014 that I started that position at the very end in October. And then it was actually January. There's a lot of changes that happened with American Family in the meantime. Then January of 2017 is when I actually opened up my own office.
That is amazing. As I'm listening to your story, I see so many parallels. I can't wait to sit down and have a private conversation with you and swap some lives,
Absolutely.
as I always say. Because we really, a lot of people that I have met have that similar path where we have had to transition due to, I was in construction. So when that happened and the crash happened, it affected construction tremendously. And I made my shifts as well. So awesome to see how you did that. I love hearing how American Family had that position. I don't know of anything in the real estate industry that is similar to that. Excuse me. But I think that gave you a unique insight into the business overall from many different entrepreneurs, so you can see the business at a higher level. Man, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool deal.
I'd love to close this interview, and thank you for spending some time. And before we get into SBC, I'd like to ask you, when you're talking to other business owners and other networking partners within the group, who is your dream client? Who's your dream customer? Who do you love to help the most?
Well,
I know
I'm very glad
earlier, you can really help everyone, but please.
Right. And I'm glad you asked that question, because usually the first thing I say is there's not a lot of people that I can't help, really. But what my agency primarily is focused on right now is two things I would say would be good referrals for me. One, business owners. We have a strong focus on business insurance. We have amazing business insurance products, and it's just become a passion of mine. You know, I started out in this insurance thing, and I was doing home and auto and life and all this stuff, and it's great. I like doing it. But then I started getting into the business insurance world, and that's a whole nother animal in itself. And it's fun. It's interesting. You're constantly learning stuff, and it's just something I've come to love. So business insurance, you got, if you're a business owner, which I think this group is great for that. But yeah, business insurance. The other thing is, I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I didn't say it. Anybody with a family, man. If you've got a family, I can help you out. Life insurance is a very, very big deal to me. I know there's other people who do life insurance, but it's a big deal to me, and that gives me the most grateful feeling when I am able to help families with their life insurance, make sure their families are protected. I've got a family on my own. I've got a beautiful wife, Sheena, and I've got our daughter, Noelle, which I mentioned earlier, and then I've got a 5-year-old son named Jackson. So I make sure my family's taken care of, and I make sure other people's families are taken care of the same way that I would protect my family. You know, everyone has their own needs, but I want to make sure that they know that if something happens, and, you know, I work a lot of hours in my office. If I end up not coming home because of some freak accident, I want to make sure my kids and my wife are taken care of, you know? So that's a big passion for me. So I'd say if you've got a family, I can help you, and we should talk. If you own a business or businesses, I can definitely help you. We should talk. So those are say my primary focuses within my agency.
So everybody that's watching this, please, link below is going to be Kendal's information. Connect with him, friend request him, drop a, hey, how you doing? This is a little bit about me. Let's connect. And then also, we would love to see you, or he would love to see you at the SBC Connections. I'm going to actually let him tell you about that, the Strategic Business Connections that he's a part of and that he's the owner of. So please talk to us about that.
Yes, SBC, guys. Strategic Business Connections is a group that I have founded with a lady by the name of Samantha Whitley, and then our very own BSN group member, Rick Cosgrove. I'm sure a lot of people know that name. The three of us have come together, and we've decided to start a networking group, and we call it Strategic Business Connections. And the name of the group in itself is exactly what we're trying to accomplish. We're different than these other networking events and things that you might attend out there. The reason why is because we're trying to be strategic and intentional about our networking. Please look us up on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. We have a website in the making. We've got events lined up all the way through August, I believe, for our happy hours. Great events. Matty's had the chance to attend our last event. Actually, you were at both events, Matty, I believe. And he can speak to how well the events are. And you know, there's connections being made. There's business referrals being passed. And if you're in the industry or the environment of referrals and networking, if you're looking to connect with somebody in specific, don't waste your time and go to a networking event just hoping you're going to run into that person. Come to Strategic Business Connections. Meet myself, Rick, and Sam. Let us know who you're looking for. Our job as the founders of this is going to be to put you in front of those people and make those connections for you. That's what Strategic Business Connections is. And if Matty, if you don't mind real quick, I'm going to go right into my second plug that I want to get before we wrap up. GolfNet, on top of Strategic Business Connections. Rick Cosgrove, our very own Rick Cosgrove, and myself, and then a personal injury attorney, Dan, the lawyer man, Allen. We have put together a golf networking group as well. Our golf networking group is once a month. It's usually in the middle of the month. And what it is just a way to get out, get away from the whirlwind of your business and reset, but network at the same time. The great thing about GolfNet is we rotate around different courses around the valley. For 3 to 4 hours, you'll be grouped up with 3 other people that you may not know, and you'll be able to network with and get to know. I can't, and then you get to golf. And don't worry, there's beginner golfers. I'm one of them, all the way up to not so beginners. So whatever your skill set is, there's availability there for you, and it's just a good time. Matty's also joined us for that, and I can't say how much fun it is and how much I value being able to just reset and then finish off my month strong after GolfNet. I think
you it out as well. Absolutely, I have a great time. It's on my calendar every month. We've done 2 so far. We're rolling into the 3rd, I think, in the next couple weeks. But you know what? It's we get there ahead of time, have some coffee, hang out, get to know each other a little bit. Then we get paired up, and the goal is to pair up with guys you don't know. Yep. Get to know these guys, let them know you. You know, it's better than in passing networking where you, hey, hi, here's my card and see you later. You really get to know a little bit about who you're with. And hey, maybe there's a connection to be made. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there's a friendship. Maybe there isn't. But at least you have that opportunity. And that happens all the time. How often do you get that opportunity to have that type of captive audience to build a relationship? And it just doesn't happen. And the Strategic Business Connections, that has really grown huge. The last event was just a couple days ago out there at the Hideaway Bar. Whoop, whoop, Hideaway, you guys did a great job. Thank you. You guys did a phenomenal job putting it together. There was, what was it, bingo you guys played.
Yep.
There was all kinds of things happening. I met people that I have never met before, and I had an opportunity to meet people that I've only met on the computer. So get out there, enjoy learning and getting to know people and building those relationships. And these are 2 great ways to do it.
And I'll plug in the dates real quick. Connections. I'd love to see all of you there. I'd love to get to know you guys, meet more of you. I've met a few of you already. Let's meet in person. Let's see if we can build a connection. Let's build our businesses. Right, Matty?
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. I really enjoyed it, and I appreciate you guys putting that together. And you know what, the really neat thing is it's a lot of the people that we're already interacting with. So if you're coming across this video, more than likely you've already seen us, you've already interacted with us. Let's get together. Let's meet. And you've made that happen for us. So I really appreciate it. Kendal, thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to let us know a little bit about you so we can know who you are as a person as well as a business owner. Anything, you got those plugs in there? Anything last that you'd like to say as we close out this interview?
Just, hey, thank you, man. Like I said at the very beginning of this, you know, this is one of my first lives I've done. And it's something that lives are something I want to do more of. So I appreciate you bearing with me through this whole thing. This was a great first one to do. So I appreciate you reaching out to me and having me on here and asking the questions and being interested in what I do and who I am. So I appreciate that. I'll just close it out with this. Whoop, whoop.